Hi everyone, it's Niamh here and welcome to my art journaling channel. Today we're going to be making some neon ACTs, which are artist trading cards. A really simple technique. You can adapt this to do anything you want. So I'm starting off with 2 pieces of A4 cardboard. You can do this on 1 sheet, you can do this on 10 sheets. It's just basically mass producing some backgrounds so that I can cut them up to make them as cards. And I do these in lots of layers. So I'm going in first with some collage papers. These are the new grid papers from Dina Wakley, but any collage bits and pieces you've got, glue them down the background. So I'm just using some gel medium to do this. Really quick. I'm not really thinking about where I'm gluing stuff down because it's all going to be cut up into pieces anyway. Just making sure there's a bit of everything everywhere, so each card that I'm going to cut up will have something on it. Happy to overlay, happy to do different shapes and sizes and so on, so don't worry about it. This one's sort of just gritty patterns, but you could have writing on it, you could do stamping in the background. It's just putting some pattern down. I personally like having my ACTs double-sided. I just have fun flicking forwards and backwards with them, but this is totally personal preference. So if you don't want to do the back at the same time as the front, that's fine. A lot of people leave the backs of their ACTs blank so that they can write trading details down of who's made or how many they've made. Totally up to you. I just, yeah, as I said, like the fun of turning over and seeing something different on the back. So once I've gone in and glued all my pieces of paper down, you can see at the very beginning I just tore up a whole heap of paper and I just kept gluing till I'd used it all. So again, no real rhyme or reason to how much or how little. That's just what I was doing. So these ones are all neon based artist trading cards. I just want to use the new Dina Wakley neons, have a play with them. When I'm doing these cards, so I find that I do 2 sides in warm colours and the one side in warm colour and one side in cool colour. So again, when I'm flipping it over, I've got something different on both sides. Again, personal preference, you can use any colour combination you want. This is just what I'm doing on mine because I find it quick and easy. And again, I'm just working in sort of a sequence. So once I've slapped on the paint on one side and dried it off, I'm just going in on the other side as well. This, to make these backgrounds, so basically 4 backgrounds pages took me about half an hour to do, just working forwards and backwards. So this is sped up quite a bit, but you know, I had something playing in the background. I'm doing exactly the same in all the pages, so I'm really not having to think about what I'm doing at all. It's just, as I said, sort of mass production. Just making sure that I have got a little bit of colour everywhere I'm going and that I'm, you know, one side's cool, one side's warm. Because I am working quite quickly, using my heat gun to dry stuff off mostly. If it's not all dry, it's no big drama, but I'm just sort of making sure that it's mostly dry. So once I have got my colour in the background, I'm now going in and putting a bit of stenciling on. I'm choosing to use white just because I wanted a bit of a contrast. I'm also going in with a little bit on the cool side with some turquoise. So I wanted, while the neons I am in this set in particular are a little bit more opaque than most neons I've used in the past, they're still obviously quite bright. So having a little bit of a opaque colour like this turquoise or the white is a good little contrast to have on this page. And again, just lots of repetition of pattern. So whatever I do on one side, I'm doing on the other side. So you know, I'm using the same colours, I'm using the same stencils, just to make sure that everything's sort of tied together as much as possible. Still trying to stick that little bit of paper down, didn't glue it down very well. So once I have done that, now I'm going to go in and put a little bit more stenciling on this side. So obviously I had that little bit of turquoise on one side, so now I wanted to go on the other side, which is my cool side, and put a little bit of pink. So again, I've got a little bit of repetition of colour going through both pieces that I've got. And you can sort of see with my paint, I keep stenciling till I've used up all my paint. So, you know, you stop whenever you are happy. These are my newest purchases of paint pens, which are really, really chunky neon colours, and I'm loving using them on anything. For those people in Australia, I've got these in Officeworks, but anywhere it sells Posca paint pens will have these. It's just another way to get some really happy, bright colours on the page. Because of the way that these pens are formulated, they are a little bit more opaque again than some other neons that you get. So that's how I created my backgrounds really, really quickly. These are the completed ACTs. So you can see I've cut them into shapes. ACTs are 3 inches by 4 inches, the same size as trading cards and Pokemon cards, basketball cards, whatever you've got. I've just chosen to round my corners off, so I just used a corner punch when I had finished. Not corner punch. Is it corner punch? Corner shaper. And to create my ACTs, all I did was I went through all my Dina Wakley stamps with faces on them. There's quite a few of them because I didn't repeat one anywhere. And just stamped them on the back with my archival ink, and then chose a saying stamp and stamped that on too. So what you saw on the background, apart from, I think you can see those white dots, I think I added some white dot pens on the background as well once I'd finished with the last piece. When I was videoing, my video unfortunately died halfway through, so I got all of the background in. I didn't quite get the decorating, but the decorating you can do in any way, shape or form. So whether you use stamps, cut out collage images, use stickers, the limit is totally up to you. But this is just a really fun set that I have now got that are all neon colours. It's a really great way for me to sort of swatch out my face stamps, so I can go through this now and go, oh, I like that face stamp, and go and find the stamp set it came from. So I hope you have a go at making some artist trading cards, or use those backgrounds to do in your journal or on a scrapbooking page or cut up for card fronts. You can use them in any way, shape or form you'd like. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye for now.